Once again, it's on. Back at you one more again. Real Ken's TV is in the house live. Like kitchen sinks. Been a while. Y'all know I love to do my pop-up lives. You know what I mean? It's definitely been a while. But nevertheless, we're gonna talk about it. We're definitely gonna talk about it. Appreciate y'all rocking with me. Is it my dog? At 445 block blizzard. What's up, mate? What's good with you? What's good with you, man? Good to see you in the house. We in this month. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, we in the house like kitchen sinks, man. You know what I mean? I appreciate you, man. I definitely appreciate you chiming in. I was trying to jump on here a little earlier, but I got caught up at work. So as soon as I got off, we here. We out here. April's in the building. April, what it do, Miss April? Moderators in the building. Anybody get silly, they out of here. But I don't really have too many problems with that. You know what I mean? I was just watching your replay of the live earlier. Absolutely. Are you talking about on my Facebook? On my Facebook? Yeah, I'm gonna definitely talk about that. Antonio Walker, what's good? Richmond, Virginia. Huh? Richmond, Virginia's in the house. Ah, my dog, man. My dog, Jesse, old dog. Or Jesse Ray, old dog, my bad. Kind of hard to see with these shades on. Well, Ken's, why you got them on? It's dark outside. I don't know. I'm trying to look cool, I guess. Hey, y'all double tap that screen so we can get the people, you know what I mean, the numbers up. People will be notified that I am live. That's my dog, man. Dropping them big loads, man. You know what I'm saying? What up, bro? ATL. Trucker checking in is in the building. ATL been rocking with me for a minute, man. Much love, man. Be safe out there. Definitely be safe out there. I appreciate you, man. I definitely do. Jesse Ray, old dog. My dog. No pun intended, man. Shoot, what's going on, man? Thought Bill was BS. I said, my dog James. You know what I'm saying? My dog James. What's good with you, bro? Got another moderator in the house, James. James and April. Anybody get silly? Y'all double tap that screen though. We gotta get these likes up. That's how YouTube. It's a signal to YouTube to send out, you know, to other individuals that I'm live. All you gotta do is just double tap the screen. It takes 0.25 seconds, man. I need 1,000 likes tonight. Sky's the limit. 804 is in the building. 804 is definitely in the building, man. Congrats on your engagement. Thank you, April. I'm gonna definitely talk about that. Thank you. So I've been gone for a little bit. People, Ken's, you abandoning your channel, Ken's. That's why it's gonna be hard for you to get to 50,000 subscribers. Ken's, everybody got an opinion, but I respect everybody's opinion. But I'm gonna talk about a couple things, because I definitely wouldn't abandon my channel. Definitely. Been a lot going on the last few days, but I couldn't wait to get back. That's why the video I made earlier, if y'all, you know, haven't seen it or whatever, I made a little video about Lil Boosie. You know, him and Vlad TV going back and forth. That was just something to, you know, just to kind of put out there or whatever. Because I'm going to be doing more. I'm going to still do my stories. But I'm going to be doing more like, I don't really do the gossip thing. Well, I don't do the gossip thing. But I'm going to be talking about, you know, just different things that's going on in the media or whatever. But I'm going to definitely still do my stories. If that makes any sense to you. Let's see, I gotta take the glasses off so I can read the, hey man, I've been driving my wife crazy. I've been randomly busting out with them. I'm just saying. That definitely grows on you, because anytime, man, you know, if somebody says something to you or you trying to get something through to somebody and you like, you know, I was just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just need to get out sometimes. I'm just saying. It definitely grows on you, man. I'm just saying, t-shirts may be coming soon. Oh, man. Know of Lil Boosie. Yeah, I definitely, I did a video earlier So I dropped it, I don't know, maybe about an hour and a half ago or whatever. And it's just giving my opinion, you know what I'm saying, on the whole situation with him and Vlad TV. What happened to the heart shades, bro? Hey, you know what? I'm working on my own line of heart shades. The love shades. See what I'm saying? This is not my line, but the love shades. I get a compliment everywhere I go. Everywhere I go with these love shades. So I'm like, you know what? Love is definitely in the air. I can see a little bit better with these. Love is definitely in the air. And that's what we need a lot more of, is love. So why not come out with your own or my own love shades? I'm working on a lot of things, man. So here you go, Antonio. I'll put the love shades on just for you. Pause, double pause, triple pause. James Alexander's in the building, chiming in from East Vinland, New Jersey. Salute to you just as well, man. Definitely salute. Lynetta Brazil. I should know your name at this point. Good evening, Kens. Congratulations. I appreciate you. I appreciate you chiming in. I ain't seen you in a while. Where you been? You probably like, shoot, where you been at? Yeah, Miss April says, please hit the like button on your way in. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you can. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Yeah, one love. You know, a lot of times people watch you and they don't subscribe. Not intentionally. It's just like, I don't know. Just don't subscribe. So, trying to get to 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year. It's a tall task, but it can be done. But I need people to subscribe, share, like, comment, engage. Kens, you suck if you think I suck. You know what I mean? Just anything that helps put you in the algorithm or whatever. So, I definitely appreciate it, man. You going on Vlad TV, bro? I would definitely go on Vlad TV. I don't got a problem with Vlad like most people do. I respect everybody's opinion, but I don't really have a problem with Vlad. You know, if you get on Vlad TV and you want to say you killed 18 people, then that's on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody made you do that. Like, you talk about when you do an interview, like I have an individual that was on death row. Literally on death row. And I'm going to be interviewing him soon. And he got off of death row, had his sentence commuted, and he's home right now. Right now. And before I interview him, you know, he's going to tell me. I'm going to ask him, what are some things that you don't want me to ask you? Certain things you don't want to discuss. That's what the interview does. So I don't blame the people that go on Vlad TV. Well, I don't blame Vlad, rather. People get on there and say dumb stuff. It's on you, man. It's not on him. Absolutely, I would go on Vlad. 502's in the building. What up, Louisville? Who was that? Who was that? Ronnie Ron, 6157. What's good? Louisville. Derby's going on. Derby week, ain't it? Isn't it Derby week? It's going to be turned in Louisville. I'm not going to make it, but it's going to be turned. What's up, brother? Been working. Haven't been catching up with YouTube. I still fool with you like a month. Absolutely, man. Skins for life, man. Skins for life is in the building, man. Yeah, I seen that Ronnie Ron. You know what I mean? I seen that. Boosie was in Louisville pre-Derby past week. Yeah, my girl went to the concert. Well, she's my fiance now. She went to the concert Sunday. She was there. She said it was nice. Will you be shooting out your wedding registry? Absolutely. I want to bless y'all. Absolutely, man. I definitely will. Just trying to respond as many people as I can right now. Actually get into the story of the night. But I'm going to tell you all something. So, it's what's that? I can't read exactly what it is. It's Javier I don't know how to pronounce that. He says it gets to the meat, man. They want me to get to the meat. Quit drinking water, MF. Everybody wants Kens to get to the meat. I need y'all to double tap that screen, though, so we can get these likes up. Then I can get to the meat of the story. But now, Drewski. Everybody calls me, not everybody, but some people call me Drewski or whatever. You know, what's up, Bill? Hey, Kens. Waiting for your story. Yeah, what's good with you, bro? But, first, like I said, I've been gone. Not really gone. I just been kind of tied up with a lot of stuff or whatever. And every time I was going to drop a video, it seemed like something else would happen. I'm like, man. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go do this. And then something else would happen or whatever. But again, I just recently got engaged on Saturday. And, like, it was a beautiful thing. You know, it was a beautiful thing. April, you know, moderator or whatever, she actually seen it. She seen the video that I have posted on my Facebook page, and it was a special moment. You know what I'm saying? It was a special moment because, so I had the ring. I had bought the ring on, what day did I buy the ring? I think I bought the ring on Thursday. And when I bought it, they had to, you know, size it up or whatever. So I went and picked it up Friday. So I got the ring, and it's like, I was gonna propose, I was gonna propose on Mother's Day, because we're taking our mothers and, you know, a bunch of our families going or whatever. They're having like a Mother's Day brunch in I forgot the city. It's up by Cincinnati. Shout out to Cincinnati, the whole Ohio, but it's right before Newport. And you get on a boat, and, you know, they're playing music. You know, it's just a brunch for the mothers. And I was gonna do it there. Appreciate that, Antonio. But no, it wasn't a Temu ring. Definitely wasn't. Ain't nothing wrong with Temu, but that wasn't. It wasn't. Nah, it wasn't that. But at any rate, I was gonna do it right there in front of everybody. But my daughters wasn't gonna be there. Her sons weren't gonna be there. So I was like, nah, I don't want to do it then. So then, you know, her youngest son, we was trying to plan it out, like how we could go about doing it. And I said, you know what? Tomorrow's never promised to nobody. You know what I mean? Hey, will y'all get this Jigga Man dude out of here? Somebody, he's a troll. Get his weak ass out of here. But I said, nah, tomorrow's never promised. So why wait? Who says that we have 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a whole month? Because they were trying to plan it out, you know, and do like a little surprise party for her or whatever. But I was like, nah, I'm going to do it tomorrow. This is on Friday. I was like, I'm going to do it tomorrow. And, you know, just made it happen. And the way that it happened, was we went out to eat. But the prior night, on that Friday night, we had gone out, and she has like a bunch of sisters, and she had asked one of her sisters to come out to eat. Of course, she don't know what's going on. So her sister and, you know, her sister's boyfriend, they came out to eat with us. And the whole plan was everybody, and it really went like exactly as planned. So they got the trolls is in the building tonight, huh? So the plan was everybody meet outside and then come inside together. Once they came inside, she's looking around like, what is everybody doing here? What's my parents doing here? What's my kids doing here? But it never made it inside because they have a door that's right there by the restaurant we was in. And the door is like it's a glass door. So we sitting there right there by the door, and she sees like her dad and one of her sons and somebody else. And she's like, what are my families doing here? Like, what is going on? So she jumps up and like walks out the door. We're only maybe about 7, 8 feet away from the door. So she goes outside, and it was perfect because I had already said, I had texted her youngest son and was like, look, change your plans. I'm going to do it outside. I'm going to propose to her outside because you know how it is inside of a restaurant. It wasn't loud, but you couldn't really fully hear me. And so she walked outside, and then I walked outside, and she's looking at everybody. Now she's outside. She's seeing everybody. She's like, what are y'all doing here? And then one of her sisters, you know, well, the sister that we were eating with or whatever, because she knew. She didn't know initially, but, you know, eventually she knew. She cut on our favorite song, like on her phone. And then I grabbed her hand, and then, you know, I said what I said or whatever. And that's when I did it. I wanted to post it on YouTube, but it has music on it. So if I can figure out a way to edit the music out of it, I'll post it so everybody can see it. But yeah, it was a nice moment. So I've just been dealing with that all week, and then I had a couple other little things that I was dealing with, but I never ever will put YouTube on the back burner, you know, because every day I wanted to drop a, you know, video. I was like, okay, I'm gonna drop one now. So I said tonight I must go live. You know what I mean? I must go live. And people are waiting on part 2 of my last story, and I ain't even been able to drop it. But that's kind of a good thing, because guess what? Y'all not gonna remember it, so you're gonna have to go back and watch part 1 again, and then come back to part 2. But I'm gonna definitely drop it. I don't know if I'm gonna do it when I get off live tonight, but if I don't, I'm definitely gonna have that out tomorrow. So yeah, that's what's been going on for me. So I don't want everybody thinking, oh man, Kens, man, you know what I'm saying, you ain't fooling with us. It ain't nothing like that whatsoever. Love is definitely in the air. I'm so happy for y'all. Thank you. I definitely appreciate it. Keith Woods, family. What up, family? For y'all that don't know what family is just, I always tell the story of Big D, pause, triple, matter of fact, yeah, I can rewind on live, man. They called him, that's what they called him, but Dave, Big Dave, man. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't like when you called him Dave, so, you know, but ain't no grown man gonna call another grown man Big D or whatever. But he would always refer to, you know, the people as family. He ain't never say family. What's up, family? You know, most people, what's up, family? What up, fam? You know, he always, what's up, family? So I just kind of adopted that or whatever, and I told a story one day, you know what I'm saying, about it, and people picked up on it. So that's what, you know, family came from. What's up, families? But I didn't create that. Big D, I said it again, Big Dave created family. What's up, family? So y'all feel more than free to greet me with, what's up, family? If you feel the need to do so, like Keith Woods, that's my dog though, man. And I appreciate y'all, everybody. I definitely appreciate y'all. There is a message. Just wanted to update everybody and you know, what's going on with me or whatever. Also, I got another interview that I'm in the works. So the individual that I showed you all, this was back in maybe February. That appreciated Keith Woods, I appreciate that. So the individual that I told the story on about, he beat up the correctional officer real bad in Ohio. It was 2 women. They were women. I don't condone putting your hands on women. Joseph Hunter beat the brakes off 2 correctional officers. Didn't really injure them like that, as far as, I think they were more shook than anything. The officer, he was asking the officer for a white shirt, which is somebody like a sergeant or a lieutenant that's, you know, above her in rank. She had came and woke him up out of his sleep just to shake him down. He's like, but ma'am, you already shook me down. Like, what is the problem? I ain't bothering nobody. I'm not doing anything to anybody. He's talking to her very, very polite. He's not being disrespectful. And all this is being recorded, I guess, on like her body cam or whatever. It's being recorded. Ma'am, could you please give me a white shirt? She was very, very aggressive. Very, very, very just rude. She gets to cussing at him. Ma'am, I'm not cussing at you. I'm not, causing any issues, any problems with you whatsoever. I'm just asking, again, for a white shirt. He's nowhere even close to her. He's standing from the video. It looks as though he's not within arm's length. He's probably 7-8 feet away from her. Again, being very, very respectful. And she don't want to adhere to what he's asking. Next thing you know, how a lot of those correctional officers are. Not all. I done seen some cool ones. I done met some cool ones. I know some cool ones. She gets to cussing at him, like I said, and ma'am, you don't have to go through all of that. She tells him, walk away. Walk away. Turn around and walk away. But ma'am, I asked you for a white shirt. Turn around and walk away. It's a woman talking crazy to him, right? Finally, she's like, put your hands behind your back. Why do I need to put my hands behind my back for? Because you disobeyed a direct order. I told you to walk away and you didn't. Put your effing hands behind your back. That's how she's talking. Put your effing hands behind your back. Country. He's like, ma'am, I need a white shirt, man. I ain't did nothing. I'm going to tell you one more time, put your hands behind your back. And, they going to cuff you up or whatever. He didn't do it. She pulls the mace out. They walk around with this mace on their hip, like I always talk about, like the size of bird spray. You know what I mean? Like not the size of bird spray, but it feels like bird spray, but like the size of a fire extinguisher. Ma'am, please don't do that. Ma'am, please don't do that. I'm just asking for a white shirt. I'm not causing any trouble. Ma'am, please don't do that. She keeps cussing and screaming. Next thing you know, she sprays the man. He's not causing no sort of, you know what I mean? Like, he's not attacking her. He's not coming forward in an aggressive manner. None of that. She sprays him in his face. Man, he beat. Next thing you know, he just commenced to he was whooping her. She falls on the ground. He's stomping her. He's kicking her. Ah, help, help, help. She's screaming. What are you screaming for? You was just tough. You was just real tough. The other CO comes over her. She's trying to help. He starts whooping her too. I don't know what unit they were in, but let's just say they were in JJ. You went from talking crazy, put your effing hands behind your back. This is a direct order. I'm not going to instruct you anymore. When she wasn't even being threatened in the least bit. You went from that to Signal 7 and JJ, Signal 7 and JJ. Oh my God, oh my. For you all that haven't seen it, all you got to do is just Google Joseph Hunter, Ohio inmate. And the video's right there. Again, I don't condone putting my hands on anybody. I definitely don't condone putting my hands on a woman. But at the same time, if you're gonna walk the walk, you're gonna talk the talk, rather, you must walk the walk. You a woman that goes home every night. Every night. And able to be with your family or whatever the case may be, and you want to come in here and give inmates a hard time. Ain't nobody asking for any sort of sympathy. But there's a difference between sympathy and empathy. And so, is that my dog, Sweet James Jones? What's good, bro? H-Town's in the building. H-Town is in the building, man. Hey, will y'all get Dr. Doobie out of here, man? He keeps promoting some crypto. I don't know. Get him out of here, man. That ain't this type of party, bro. So, she gets beat down. Like I said, no major injuries. She had no broken bones, none of that. They send him up to the maximum security. Ohio State Penitentiary's maximum security. He's locked down. So I ended up sending him a message. Sent him some money. And he ended up getting back with me. So we're trying to set up the whole process of doing a phone interview or whatever. And that's, you know, give him an opportunity to tell his side of the story, which we've seen his side of the story. A lot of those COs, man, they just overbearing. You know what I mean? 317's in the building, postal workers, slanging these packages in mail. Absolutely, man. I appreciate that, bro. Cool Cat Wayne, I appreciate that, man. But a lot of these COs, man, they again, not all of them. I'm always reiterating stress, not all of them. But they ain't never really had nothing. They ain't never really been cool. They ain't never, you know what I'm saying, nothing. So now you put them in a position of power to where they feel as though they have some sort of control over people that are trying to go home or trying to, you know, better themselves. And you want to come in here and be a jerk and an a-hole every day, but you go home every night. See, some correctional officers, they got it misconstrued. They got it twisted. Inmates allow you to go home to your family. Some of these correctional officers, I can't even believe they act the way that they act. Again, they're overbearing. If I was a correctional officer, which I never would be, but in the event, let's just say I was, I'd be very, very nervous and as far as disrespecting inmates. Man, you got people in there that's never going home. But they not even the ones that's going to get you. It's going to be just a regular person that got 7, 8 years. They're going to be the ones that beat the brakes off of you. You going in there really, really thinking you tough. You got a pen and you got a radio. And you got some spray. Really, really acting as though you tough. And then people want to say, oh, Kens, man, you have a problem with authority. I don't have no problem with authority. I don't like people. There's rules, and there's rules set in place for a reason. I get it. We must adhere to the rules. We must follow the rules. I totally get it. But what I don't respect, once again, is being overbearing. You don't have to be that way. You don't have to be nice to people. Don't get me wrong, but when you come in, do your job, be the same every day, you know what I mean, and go home to your family. Because you may find yourself in a situation to where you don't make it home to your family. I told a story, and it really wasn't a story. I did this on one of my short videos. Walking one day, coming back from medical. It's like 5 or 6 of us in the line. We all got to walk in a line. Coming back from medical, and my foot had been bothering me. So I had to go to medical to see about my foot because all of a sudden, like my heel, like my Achilles, felt as though I had torn my Achilles or something like that. And this guy found a way back in the room, huh? So I was kind of dragging my foot, and in prison they give you these boots, these black boots. They call them Bob Barker boots. You know, Bob Barker, you know, he produces a whole lot of the prison, you know, clothing and, you know, shoes and things of that nature. I need y'all to double tap your screen for me though. Likes is very, very, very low. And so I'm dragging my feet on the ground a little bit, concrete, and he turns around and he sees that it's me, and he's like, pick your feet up when you walk, inmate. Dude was a little punk ass 22, 23-year-old, man. And he would have been a punk ass if he was 33, 43, 53, but in this particular instance, he was like 23 years old. I'm like, what? You heard what I said. Pick your feet up, inmate. I was like, man, fuck you, bitch. Exactly what I said to his face. It wasn't no under my breath or none of that. Needless to say, man, I spent about 30 days in the hole for that. But you know, that's the type of thing. He lucky he didn't get the shit slapped out of him. I'm just not a violent type of individual that's gonna just quickly put my hands on somebody. You got to do something to me, you know, for me to do something like that. But man, I done seen some COs just get smashed, man. I done seen some COs. Warman was a racist son of a bitch, man. Warman was about, I'm gonna say he's about 6 foot. I can't say he was 5'11". He's about 6 foot, maybe weighed about 170, craters all over his face, black hair, and time he was probably like 40, 38, 40, something like that. And that's what he looked. He was probably younger than that, but whatever the case may be, man, this dude, man, just always was messing with inmates, man. Mainly the black inmates. I tried to tell the warden one day that I tried to tell the, my bad, you, I'm looking at the trolls or whatever. I tried to tell the warden one day about this this Warman, and I think you all just have to, you all deleting his comments, but I think you just go, there's a way to get him off of there, like to where he can't even respond at all. Like he can't even see any of the content. I think it's harassment or bullying or something of the sorts. But I caught the warden, and I can't remember her name. Miss Gateskill, I think it's her name. She's an assistant warden, black woman. Warman had used the N-word a couple times. So, this idiot. And so, I was trying to, you know, tell the warden, like, hey, this guy, man, he's you know, he's using inappropriate, you know, language and you know, calling black people the N-word. Pulled her to the side and everything. But it was a couple other inmates over there that witnessed it, so they walked over just as well to confirm my story. This bride tells me, yeah, I'm referring to her as a bride. This bride tells me that she could write me up and have me thrown in a hole for inciting a riot. That's a major write-up in prison, inciting a riot. There's chains of commands. You file a grievance. What a grievance, and officers tell you, make sure you spell my name correctly, and they end up in the garbage can. Those grievances, I couldn't believe it. But when I really think about it, I could believe it. But nevertheless, Warman, man, was just known for picking with people. And so it was an individual, and this dude was from Louisville too, man. He would tell Warman all the time, like, Warman, when you want to wake me up, just hit my mat, hit my bunk. Don't hit my bed. I mean, don't touch my body, man, because I don't know how I'm going to react. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how I'm going to react when you wake me up like that. Warman would do the same thing every time. Hey, wake up. You know, it may be, because, like, when you go to work, they got to, if you got to be at work at 4 o'clock in the morning, the CO has to wake you up. We don't have no alarm clocks or nothing like that. After already telling Warman several different times, he did the same thing. He was like, man, what did I tell you about touching me when I'm asleep? Bow! Put him to sleep, man. You know what I mean? Put him straight to sleep. Came in. Signal 7 in the unit. Signal 7 in the unit. Yeah, I see that, April. Trolls are crazy tonight. You know what I mean? It's part of it, I guess, sometimes. But they ended up giving the man, I want to say, he ended up, the dude from Louisville, They ended up giving him 2 years in the hole. Literally got 2 years in the hole, and they added some more time onto his sentence. Warman got a kick out of that. Warman definitely got a kick out of that. And that's what they do. They want you to trick your time off. They want you to trick your time off. But I tell you what, though, Warman getting knocked out like that, man, that was funny. That was definitely funny, man. Because they be deserving it. See what I'm saying? They be deserving it. Y'all feel free to ask me anything that you want to ask me. We're not going to let the trolls disrupt us. See what I'm saying? We're not going to let the trolls disrupt us. Q&A session, you know. But I did want to kind of get that out there or whatever about some of these correctional officers. I think like when you're trying to remove them, you don't just remove the comments. I think you report them for like harassment and bullying. You need some way to control. I got two live. I got moderators right now. Damien, we trying to get these fools out of here right now. You usually don't really have this problem. See, moderators, they come in and all they try to do is ruin your live. They don't want you on live, so they'll just, you know what I mean, trying to report them for harassment. Yeah, there's a way to where you can just delete them other than just their comments. You can like delete them to where they can't even see. Hide user on this channel. I think you can just hide the user. Gucci Man went to the police. You know what? Like, a lot of people feel as though Gucci Man went to the police. I don't know. I mean, I know that he probably gave a statement initially, but he's already came out and said that he's not going to testify. For y'all that don't know, because after we go live, people typically will watch this channel after the fact. So looks like these trolls have a lot of different names that they that they go under or whatever. But Gucci Man had to make a statement. He had to make it, because just think about it. He done signed the contract stating that I'm gonna allow this rapper to get out of his contract, and y'all done took the man's wedding band, took his jewelry, probably done slapped him around a little bit. Like, what is the man supposed to do? Everybody's talking about, oh man, Gucci Man, he's a rat, where did he rat at? Like, there are certain things that you have to do. Which I want me to go get some of my, you know what I'm saying, my partners or whatever, or, you know, young dudes or whatever, and shoot some shit up. Dude was just ignorant for what he did. That was ignorant. Pooh Shiesty, that was ignorant. First of all, you are on an ankle monitor. And people know where you at 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They know where you at. And you're going to meet up at a studio, go rob somebody, and then have the audacity to talk about the individual that gave the police a report or a statement that they're a rat? People do the dumbest things, man. People do the dumbest things. Gucci Man is almost 50 years old, in his 40s. The street life, the street Gucci Man, yeah, he probably would have reacted, but nah, man. Gucci Man's doing what Gucci Man feels as though he needs to do, man. At some point, you leave the streets alone. And you do what, you know what I mean, it's regular individuals would do. Regular civilians would do, man. Everybody thinks everything has to be street. And it's just ridiculous, man. Like, at this stage, like, you have to graduate and leave the streets alone, man. You must graduate and leave the streets alone, because if you don't, you're going to find yourself in a situation where you're in penitentiary. These feds, man. These feds, they not playing fair. Any opportunity they get to snatch you up, guess what? They're going to snatch you up. So now I don't think he ratted. I don't think he ratted whatsoever. And if he got on the stands and said, hey, I did this, then guess what? That's just on him. That's just my take. That's my opinion. If I was the police, I'd run right to the police. I mean, or if I was Gucci, I'd run right to the police rather. You have to. You have to. How can you not? Because if you don't, guess what? That means that this contract that I signed is a legal document. You have to tell the police what happened. It ain't like you in the streets. It ain't like no, y'all went out on a cape or something like that, and then, you know, everybody got caught, and then you, hey, bruh, this person was there, that person was there. Nah, that ain't what type of time this was. You got to do that. Who cares what people think of you? Who cares what the streets say? I'm a married man. I got 2 kids. I'm, you know, acting as though I'm Gucci, speaking as though I'm Gucci. Who cares what y'all talking about? Nobody cares. Nobody cares that you have an opinion of me being a snitch or a rat. I don't know you. I know what I said a long time ago, but guess what? That's when I was in the streets. I'm not in the streets anymore. I'm a regular guy now. Because my thing. Half the people that have opinions on people being in the streets, they ain't ever been in the streets. Whole lot of prima donnas, a whole lot of wannabes. Man, ain't nothing. The street life is terrible. There is nothing fun. There's nothing. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's nothing. Let me take that back. Let me retract. It's fun. Having money. Being able to, you know, have several different women. You going to the strip clubs, you know, 3-4 times a week. Steve on the water, 6070. Absolutely, man. What's good with you? You always catch my lives. I appreciate you, man. Everything's well with me. Being able to just kind of move the way you want to move. You ain't got no real responsibility, because most street dudes don't have jobs. Some do. You get a little older, you get you a little job, and you still do your thing or whatever, make your money. But I'm saying when you're younger, most, you know, don't really have no job. You making $4,000-5,000 a week. You living. But when it comes time to pay that Pied Piper, now you crying. Don't cry now. What you crying for? It's the life you wanted to live. You got you a nice little 3-year run in, making all that money. Making all that money. But you ain't got $7,500 to your name. You don't have $7,500 to your name. and you've been running the streets. Yeah, absolutely. The Delta 5, these glasses kind of got me. Delta 500. This is what's that? Ariel. I'm sorry if I can barely see the screen. It's writing is very little, so if I mispronounce your name, I'm very, very apologetic. But yeah, you running around the streets. The young lady that's holding you down, whether it's your baby's mama, your girl, whatever, she holding you down. She dealing with all type of just, foolishness. You not coming home. You not answering your phone a couple nights, several hours or whatever. Finding out about different women that you're dealing with. And, baby, I was out grinding. I'm hustling, man. I'm trying to get us this money. And then you get caught up. And guess who you turn to hold you down? Baby, I love you. I know I did some things that, I shouldn't have done. I know I got caught up a couple times, but they don't mean nothing to me, baby. You my rock. You my soul. The mother of my kids. I need you, baby. I need you to. But when did you need her when she was blowing your phone up to the point to where you put on do not disturb or just turned your phone off? Did you need her then? But now you down and out. Who do you call? You down and out. Your bread's low. You ain't got $7,500. You've been hustling for longer than 3 years, but you got you a nice run in for 3 years, and that $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 a week that you was making, that's profit. You wasn't putting up. You wasn't thinking about this day because it's only a matter of time for this day comes. You are making $5,000 a week, and that's really not a lot of money, but for some it is. For some it is if you, still piecing it out, and 5,000 is 5,000. You mean to tell me that you couldn't put 3,000 a week up and ball off 2,000? That's money. But people have vices. You got to have your, you know what I mean? Your green, your weed, gamble, going to strip clubs, you partying, you stay in the mall, you stay buying stuff for your car, your you know what I'm saying, your rims and whatever else, your system or whatever. Got 2-3 different women that you getting their hair and nails done or whatever. So that 5,000 a week really is it dissipates real fast. But you ain't really tripping because shit, tomorrow I'm gonna make another 500. Once Thursday hits, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I'm gonna make, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna get caught up, man. I'm gonna start saving some money. You in the dice game, you done lost 1,800. Know all about it. You get caught up, your bond is $7,500. Once the judge reduces your bond or whatever. And you don't even got that. You got to call 4 or 5 people to, hey man, you got 1,500, you got 800, you got, and put that together just to get $7,500. It ain't worth it. I'm not knocking anybody. I'm just simply saying that's not worth it. If I ball out, I done made all this money for 3 years straight, and I don't have enough money to give me a lawyer. A good lawyer. Not just any lawyer, a good lawyer. I don't got enough money to pay my bond. Because a good lawyer is going to get your bond reduced. See, in Kentucky, your bond is what your bond is. I know a lot of states say your bond is $25,000. It's automatically 10% to $2,500. Or you can go to the bail bondsmen, or not in the Commonwealth. Your bond is $25,000. Guess what? That's what your bond is. Now, if a judge comes along and feels compelled to reduce your bond to 10%, then he can do so, or she can do so. But your bond is what your bond. Ain't no running to no bail bondsmen. Won't have it here. They not gonna have it here. You don't even got bond money, bro. All the Gucci belts, the Gucci slippers, the Gucci hats, and Louis, and you know what I'm saying, the rims and the system and the $300-400, pair of jeans and 50 pair of Jordans that you got. They don't take that at the belt at the you know what I'm saying, when you go to bond people out. They don't take that. Hey, my cousin's in the building. Angel Sessions. What's up? That's my cousin, y'all. Y'all say hello to Angel Sessions. Let them know where to find you at online, cuz she's a singer. A very good singer at that. So it may not be a lot of people on the live, but they'll see it later on. People see the upload. My cuz is in the building, man. I didn't even know you followed me, cuz. But it's nice to have you on here. Let's see what's up. They say, what's up, Angel? At Angel Sessions. Y'all go check her out, man. She's a hell of a talent. Hell of a talent. Been singing for years, man. She has two sisters or whatever. And they lived in California or whatever, and they would come down and visit for the summertime, and I loved when they were here. Their mother, rest in peace, Miss Aunt Curlin, my mother's oldest sister. That's my mother's oldest sister. So I definitely appreciate you, Angel. I definitely do. Y'all be sure to go check her out. But yeah, we do all of these things to be how do you put it? We want to be solidified, I guess that's the word to use. Not sure if it's quite the word to use, but like we want people to really, really look at us as though, okay, look at me. We want that attention. I miss you too. I miss you too. I just got engaged. So hopefully, the wedding will be next year. I think we don't have a date, but it's looking like it's going to be August of 27. So I would definitely be hitting you up with the date once we get the date. But people want to be, people really want to be like, okay, look at me. That's why we get these expensive things. I've done it just as well. I'm guilty of it. And I'm going to kill him with this. Thank you. Appreciate that, Adrian Terry. Okay. Congrats, my daughter, Shardella, is getting married in June of 26. Wow. That's right. Shoot, that's now. You know what I mean? But we want to be validated. We kill them with these $500 jeans, and I got these $400 Jordans, retros, $600 glasses. You look like $1 million. You got $3,000. Your outfit is $3,000. $2,500. Got a nice little drop top. Look like $1 million. But you don't got $7,500 to your name. Why? Because you can go get it again. I was in the county jail one time. And it was a dude, and I don't want to say his name because I'm me and him are cool. So he comes in, and I'm like, hey, bro, what's good with you, man? He's dressed up the trash can, absolutely. That's basically what it is. But he comes into the county jail, and he's the type of dude that I didn't expect to see in the county because by all accounts, like, he's balling out of control, man. He's balling out of control. Everybody thinks that dude got all this money. Been in the game for years. Got all golds in his mouth. 3 or 4 cars, but he got a drop. He got a drop, man, that's so clean. Flip-flop, paint job. Guts on the inside, like everything is just immaculate. Me and him grew up together. Literally grew up together. So we sitting on the bunk one night and we talking. And he was like, bruh, because we weren't in cells, we were in like we in the county jail. So Lexington or Fayette County Jail, they got pods to where 10 people now, and I think 12 people are actually inside the pod. But back then it was 10 people. Got 10 racks. Got a bathroom. Use the bathroom at. Then you got a shower, 1 TV, 2 phones. Maybe 2 or 3 tables or whatever. That's what a pod is made up of. And so we sitting on the rack, man. On the bunk, it's probably, I don't know, it's late. Maybe about 11, 12 o'clock at night. Well, he's like, bro, he's talking to me and I see tears start to come down his face. Like, man, people think I got all this money, man, but I don't. I don't got all this bread people think that I got. The bond was 25 G's. Typically in Lexington, at least at the time, it used to be 50,000 for trafficking and controlled substance. But now I think they went down to 25. Whatever the case may be, he's like, man, people think I got all this money and I don't, man. He said, man, when the people found me, they found a whole brick. If y'all that don't know, a brick is like a kilo. They found a whole kilo. He said, I had just read up. I just took all my money and put it into that. They got that. They went to my crib. A few little thousand that I did have. They took that. He said, I got some money out here in the streets. I got, you know what I'm saying, maybe about 5,000 or 6,000, you know, that I can collect. Well, you know, that's like other spots that they didn't find. But I ain't got all this money, man. We talked about everything that I just talked about, going to strip clubs, dealing with 3 or 4 different women, gambling, staying in the mall. Bro, I can't, and he knew that the feds was probably coming. Got caught with a large amount, and it wasn't his first time. I can't do no fed time, bro. I can't do no fed time. I can't. They gonna send me way to Oklahoma somewhere, way to Kansas, or way. I can't do that sort of time. Seen the tears, man. I knew right then and there he was gonna work with the people, man. I don't know if he ever worked with the people, because once the feds pick your case up, they're gonna move you from the state side to the federal side. He may have lasted in the dorm 2 days. And they came in and, as expected, moved him to the federal side. He ended up doing like 8.5 years. 8.5 years. And when you think about the feds and all the time that they have, 8.5 years is not good, but at the same time, it could have been way, way worse. Could have been way worse. Living in a mall but can't buy your freedom back. Yeah. A lot of people, you know, they're when you're young, you got all this money in your pocket, and you sitting there, you done made $3,000 today, $2,500 today, and you making that sort of money. Man, I'm gonna go to this mall. You buying you a fit every day. You're gonna spend 50 or 60, you know, this was a while ago. You're gonna spend about 50 on your hat. Your shoes, like I said, $300. It's $350. Is it wintertime? Is it summertime? Say it's summertime. You're gonna spend on your shirt and on your shorts or whatever you're gonna spend. Like me, I rock at Polo, man. I rock at Polo. So you're gonna spend between some shorts and a shirt, you're gonna spend $250 on a Polo outfit. Like I said, your shoes $300, that's $550. Your hat, $50, that's $600. You done just went and spent at the mall. And you doing this 3-4 times a week. Where you think your money's gonna go? You see, back in the day, man, you hustled because you wanted to come up, stack your money up. That way you can go and do something else. Don't y'all leave. Give me just 1 second, man. I'm on this liquid diet, like literally a liquid diet. And I got to go handle my business real quick. Don't y'all go nowhere. Give me just a second. My bad, everybody. Found my little sanitizer. Kids didn't even sanitize his hands. Nah, I've been going through my water and Gatorade, man. Electrolytes. Did a whole lot of extracurricular this past weekend celebrating. So now I got to replenish myself, if you will. Y'all rock with me. Street life ain't nothing. I see you, James. You're right. Fast money. Yeah, fast money. It comes in fast, but it goes out fast. Antonio's absolutely right, man. Because you're not really thinking about, only thing you're thinking about is, man, I just made this today. I can make it up tomorrow. It ain't nothing. Sometimes there is no tomorrow. What Apollo tell Rocky? There is no tomorrow. What's the matter with you, Stallion? Huh? Hey, Apollo, man, we'll get it tomorrow, man. We'll work on it tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. True facts. There is no tomorrow sometimes. And we got to start living as though there is no tomorrow, because nobody's promised to wake up. So when I was talking about my engagement earlier, that's what I was speaking of. Set it out for 3 weeks or a month. I don't even know. Who knows if they're going to be here in a month? Nobody. There is no tomorrow. Keith Woods dressed to impress, and at the end of the day, still depressed. Yeah. Because like I said, you calling on the phone trying to get $7,500 together for your bond. People looking at you all crazy like, damn, my dog, you ain't got $7,500, but you got to make up something. You got to make up, oh man, they found my stash. So you got your stash with your money? Don't make no sense. I seen a dude's paperwork. He showed it to me. It's a totally different individual. Again, I don't really like saying people's names in here, you know. But I'm looking at his paperwork. He's at his house. Nice house. $650,000 house. I don't know exactly how he went about getting this house, but he's living in a $650,000 house. My own two eyes. Not in his name, it's in somebody else's name, but nevertheless, there is a message. Y'all rock with me. And so he's in his house, and he fell asleep in his he had like a recliner. He falls asleep in his recliner, and he said next thing he knows, he wakes up and it's federal agents in his face with their guns. He's asleep. They get him, raid the house. They find a little bit of work. Now, actually, let me take that back. They found a couple bricks. Now, to him, that's a little bit of work. They found a couple bricks, a couple keys or whatever. They found like 400-something thousand in cash. I'm reading this. I'm seeing it. Wow. This dude's $1 million dude, man. Living my best life. Michael, living my best life. Child. What's good, bro? I can barely see in these glasses, and the writing is very, very small, man. So, no disrespect to you whatsoever. What's good with you, man? They found all this cash. They seized his cars. He got like 4 cars outside, nice cars. Like a Hellcat, had a big boy truck, F-150 or something like that, SUV. All his cars, everything in the house, all his money, all his jewelry, everything. So now he's sitting in the county jail. He's sitting in the county jail, and we all know that it's only a matter of time. Matter of fact, the feds had picked this case up, but I was in like a little program, substance abuse program. That's what they call it, SAP. And it's all good, chilling. I appreciate you chiming in, man, and joining the live, bro. So I'm in the SAP program, so they had us like, it's one big unit. You got some of the federal inmates, the people that are waiting, you know, going back and forth to federal court, and then they had us on the other side. It was only 20 of us in the program. The whole unit held maybe I don't know, 100 and something people. We could mingle and, you know, mix and mingle with them. I know him. We chop it up or whatever. And one day, he was telling me, he was like, bro, I done called 3 or 4 different individuals, 5 different individuals. And I told them all, man, to just, you know what I'm saying, get my lawyer and drop me about 10, what do you say, about 10 G's on my books. He said I had one person that dropped me 5,000 and they won't even answer the phone. So you know what I'm about to do. Or you know what I'm thinking about doing. They don't even want me, they want them. No, they want you, bro. They may want them, but they want you just as well. Because you done dodged a whole lot of bullets. Your money done got you off a whole lot of times, or gotten you small amounts of time, like 6 years. And see, in Kentucky, if you get a 6-year sentence, that don't mean 6 years. That means you do 14 months and then go up for parole. That means that if you don't get parole, you take 3 or 4 different programs, and on a 6-year sentence, you home in 2 years. They have what's called mandatory release here, to where if you have, once you get down to 7 months, 8 months of serving out, completing your sentence, they kick you out of prison. Mandatory, it's mandatory. They kick you out of prison because the prisons are so overcrowded. Locking people up is a business. I always speak about that. They gonna tell me I gotta go home. I'm already in prison. Let me finish my time out. No, you gotta go. So in turn, what ends up happening is you go home, you got a parole officer for 7 months. You're gonna smoke your weed, you're gonna drink your drink, you're gonna do everything that you want to do because that's just what you do. So guess what? You get violated and they send you back to prison to finish your time when they could have just allowed you to turn down the mandatory release, which is called MRT. You could have just turned it down and stayed and finished your time out. Again, locking people up is a business, man. This individual had heart problems. His heart was only operating, had kidney problems or whatever. He's telling me all of these things because he's letting me know that this is what I'm about to do. I don't know what he ended up doing. I don't know the intricacies of his case, his paperwork, but I think he ended up getting 16, 18 years. This was in 2017. He's 26 now. He's probably on his way home. You know, in the feds now, you get good time. Certain crimes, as long as it's not violent or, you know, anything out of the norm or whatever. They give him good time now. First Step Act. You don't got to do 85% of your time now. This was in 17, as I mentioned. He's 26 now. He probably got a couple more years and he'll be home. But what do you do when you come home? You're in your 50s. He's probably 55 now. 53, 54 now. Do another 3-4 years, you come home, you're 56, 57. What do you do? Not condoning doing anything wrong, but I'm saying, what do you do? A lot of people say, well, you got to be a fool, man, to keep going back. You must have your little boyfriend in there if you keep going back. See, those are the people that are misinformed. Because once again, in Kentucky, you don't even go back to the same place that, like, if you make parole from this institution and you come back, you're not even guaranteed. Like, there's so many prisons here. The people that say that, you trying to get back to his boyfriend, they don't know what they're talking about. The fact of the matter is when you're in prison, everything is taken care of. You don't got to pay no bills. People sending you money, whether it's your money or their hard-earned money, and most of the time it's their hard-earned money. Some people, some got their girls working the phone. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. And I'm trying to think of a way to put this, but them Louisville niggas get money, man. 502. Shout out to the 502. Them niggas get money, man. Now let me say why I say what I say. They stay on the phone in the penitentiary. Again, trying to keep up with their women. Same women that they didn't answer the phone for. We all do that, though. So there's no shade whatsoever, man. My partners used to get mad at me because Lexington and Louisville was rivals back in the day. Man, you hanging out with them Louisville niggas, man. Man, look, man, I ain't got nothing to do with what happened in the 90s, man. These is my partners, man. Y'all my partners too, but these is my motherfucking partners, man. You know what I mean? Niggas getting money, man. I got a partner named called him L. L was cool. L had some bread. But at first he didn't really have no bread. I don't know what happened. I think he had some money, but he didn't, you know what I mean? He sold one of his houses or something. Now L went from spending maybe $30, $40, $35, $40, $50 a week at the store to $125 every week. That's the maximum you can spend. Then he had another individual, hey, he don't get no money sent in. Look, man, I'm going to give you $25, $30 a week, and I'm going to give you my order. My people going to send you the money because L did not like that child hall. L was getting that bread sent in. L would come to me. I spent about $40 a week at the store. I was far from a baller, but you know, I stayed afloat. I could stay afloat with $40 a week. I couldn't eat filet mignon every night. Big burgers, double cheeseburgers, and chicken tenders, and nah, man, some days chicken, some days feathers, man. Give me a noodle. Kept me like a jar. Had my peppers and my onions cut up. Many a nights, penitentiary. Got me a ramen noodle. Put my onions, my peppers. Kept them in separate jars or whatever. Put it in my little noodle. Me some hot sauce. Some crackers. Put some peanut butter on it. That's how I live. That's how I ate that night. You eat chow at 5 o'clock and it's garbage. 5:15. Breakfast don't come around until about 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. That's gonna be garbage. Some grits with some I didn't even go to breakfast. Some grits with some cheese in it and a biscuit. Maybe some scrambled eggs and a coffee. I didn't go to breakfast. So my dog L, man, not every night, but a lot of times. Lex, that's what they call me. Lex, get your bowl. Bring my bowl in there, because, you know, you don't got plates in prison. Well, they did have some plates, but bring your bowl. Bring my bowl. He got big boy. Man, he got all type of stuff in there. But he ain't really fool with a lot of people, but he fool with me. One of my partners, man, you up there eating with that Louisville nigga, but you ain't never offer me, you don't owe me nothing. You don't have to, you ain't never offer me nothing. You sit there and eat big Polish sausages with the chili on it and the fried potatoes and the, you know what I mean? You ain't never said, hey, bro, come on down here and get you one of these, you know, Polish sausages. Infinite pause. You can't tell another grown man, especially in prison, hey, come get you one of these sausages. And again, not that you owe me anything, but you didn't never do that. So why you mad at me? I don't ask L just, come on, nah, man. I'll be like, come on, L. Nah, man, get your bowl, nigga. I go get my bowl, and it's a big boy meal. He didn't do leftovers. But it wasn't one of those things to where he was like, I'm going to throw this away anyway. Here, let me call my dog Lex. Nah, break bread, man. And he came, and you know, he would come to my door with it, because he had a one-man cell. I had a two-man cell, because we was in the honor dorm. And the honor dorm, it may start with 12, you're in a 12-man cell, then it goes to maybe a 10, then an 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, then 1. Eventually you get your own cell. What was so crazy is the two-man cell that he was in, excuse me, his cellie, L didn't fool with him. And when L didn't fool with you, he didn't fool with him. L didn't offer him nothing. They was from the same city. L didn't like dude. Didn't offer him nothing. He would always call me, Lex, get your bowl. Lex, because I'm from Lexington, Kentucky. There is a message. Now, I never seen L do what I was about to say as far as working them phones. He already had his own money. Like I said, I think he sold one of his houses or something like that. So he had plenty of bread. And I don't want to just put this off on Louisville. I'm just saying Louisville dudes I be seeing get that scratch, get that Skrilla, that cornbread and that cabbage, that money. A lot of times what happens is you catch a case. You catch a case, you get out on bond, but you might get house arrest. House arrest, you stacking your bread up. You're stacking to the ceiling. You giving your girl the game. Listen, baby, I'm gonna leave you with my phone. If I don't get probation or whatever, we gotta keep the money coming in. I know a dude, man, and you know, we play chess together all the time. He's like, man, I'm 150,000 strong. And I believed him because I seen the way he was living. You know, pair of lips can say anything, but I believe him. 150,000 strong out there on the streets, but my girl got mad because I ain't leaving my money. I'm not leaving. You think I'm gonna leave my woman 150,000? Are you out of your mind? What I did was I left her my phone. I gave her the game. I left her a few bands. Get your bow. Hey man, it was some great times when I heard that. Get your Lex. Get your bow. Nah, man, nigga, get your bow. Go in there, got 2 double bacon cheeseburgers, lettuce, tomatoes, all that. Because anything you can buy at the store out here, you can pretty much buy in there. He got the potato wedges cut up, or he might come and tell me they love when I cook the potato wedges. You know what I'm saying? I had to go get my bow. I had to do it. Lex, get your bow. You teach your girl the game. Might leave you with 10 bands when I leave. It's what we gonna do. I got 7, 8 people that's gonna holler at you on a regular basis. They come to you. This is how you bag it. This is how you weigh it. This is how you... And you teach her the game. Anytime you start to get low, you call this number, my man's, boom, boom, boom. He gonna break you off, and so the money don't stop. May not be bringing in the money that you was bringing in, but if you got 7, 8 people that you're dealing with, especially during that time where that H was really, really jumping for the fentanyl and all that stuff, really, really, your girl's bringing in 5, 6 bands a week. Take half of that, put it up for me. Send me, put $30, $40 a day on the phone. This is back before phones was really, really, cell phones in prison. You didn't really see them as much. Now niggas got phones. Before then, you put $30, $40 a day on the phone so I can call you anytime I want to. Go to commissary, spend $250 a week. You can get your hair done, your nails done, go shopping for yourself, the kids, pay the bills. The rest of it's put up for me. And I always used to wonder, I guess I was kind of green. I was like, these niggas stand on the phone all day. Phone calls is really $5 a call, but what you do is, if you're in a different city, if you're in your own city, it's $2 a call. If you're in a different city, you just have your girl go get another phone and have the area code of the city you in, so it's $2 a call. And dudes will be on the phone like 15 times a day, 20 times a day. So they spending $30, $40 a day on the phone, but guess what? That girls put that on the phone for them every day, man. Subjecting your girl to a whole lot of risk because she get caught up, then boom. But you got all this bread over here. You ain't leave it with her. Better not leave it with her. No disrespect. But just like a woman, I would say, you got all that money and you go to jail, you better not leave it 150,000 with that dude. What are you, crazy? It's not what you do. But to find you somebody that you really, really, truly, your mother, or I don't know where you would put it at. I've seen many, many instances where, you know, women have run off with the money, with the bag. But that's just because that was just the instance. A dude would do the exact same thing. So I'm not trying to make it like women, it's all a woman thing or whatever, but you better not, man. You got 150 G's. And I know I got to go away for 3 or 4 years. And you think, man, are you crazy? And so what ends up happening is you get your lawyer one, and she's stacking that money or whatever. So the 150 that I already had is that's still there. You go and you come back home 3.5 years later. How much money you gonna have stacked up? And you jump right back in the game. Day one, you ain't even, you call, you connect, you already in the game because the girl been holding it down. That's how it goes down. See, being broke in prison is, being broke period, but being broke in prison is the absolute worst. It's terrible. I've been there. luckily for myself, I'm trying to think. Have I ever really just been like to where I didn't have anything? No. But I had some times in prison to where my people wasn't fooling with me. Kept getting caught up. You want to keep going back to prison, man? Ain't nobody gonna keep, you know what I mean? Sending you money. Hard-earned money out here. You think we just gonna keep sending it to you? Do you really think that we're gonna keep sending you this money? And there you have it. I was in there and messed around. You got no deodorant. Don't got no real soap, no real toothpaste. Wind's blowing crazy. I don't know if y'all can hear it. The wind is blowing crazy. I got my windows down. It's such a relaxing night. And again, you watching and listening, seeing everybody eat, smelling the food. You're in a cell with an individual. You already mad because it's Monday Night Football and he's watching motherfucking Family Guy or some shit. Because he don't watch sports. He's 6 foot, 6'1", 265, 275 pounds. Penitentiary gorilla. Ain't necessarily, he ain't a bully, but he's not to be played with. He got his TV, he got his radio, he got his CD player. Locker full of food. He eating a big bacon cheeseburger. He got a big old tub of fried potatoes he done fried up. Got the ketchup, the salt, pepper, the hot sauce. You smelling that. Y'all in the cell together. A little bitty closed, confinement. He ain't offered you nothing. Again, he don't have to. But he ain't offered you nothing. Damn. Damn, them potatoes smell good. You done went to child. Roll this window up. It's getting a little loud out here. You done went to child, man. They done had beans. No, they call it Spanish rice. It has some rice. It's supposed to have meat in it, but it don't. Some beans, coleslaw, and a cookie. Or maybe cornbread. That's what you done have for child. 5:15, you done ate. Again, you don't eat until 5 something in the morning the next day. You smelling all of this food, man. Damn, man. Makes you bitter. Shouldn't be bitter. But it makes you bitter. Because you're thinking about all the things you did for people. In my case, anyway. Can't even get on the phone. You gotta have money to make a phone call in prison. In Kentucky. You don't got no money. I don't care if you got $500 on your books. If you don't got no money on the phone, now they changed it up now to where you can, right before I got up. But it's certain institutions that do this, facilities. You can make a phone call from the money that you have on your books, but back in the day you couldn't. So you got 500, 5,000, whatever, and there's no money on your phone account. You can't even make a phone call in prison. So just think, if you don't have no money, you can't call out. If you're deemed indigent, they'll give you, every month you'll get like maybe 4 stamped envelopes, some generic deodorant, toothpaste, you know what I'm saying? But it's not, and you have to stretch that all month long. Being broke in prison is just awful. Being broke, period, is awful. But at the same time, when you're on the streets, you have an opportunity to get better. Wake up. It's like, okay, what can I do today to be better? Opposed to being in the pen, man, you just in there and totally relying on that. You can hustle. Dudes that get in there and they get their hustle on. You hustling to eat. You gotta do what you gotta do because it's a terrible thing and ain't nobody gonna give you nothing in there. And it's best not to accept something or anything from anyone unless you really, really know that person. Don't go into prison accepting gifts. I done met some real ones though. Rotary Farm. Rotary Farm's where you go to get processed. Like once you get sentenced, you leave the county jail, you're not going straight to prison. They're gonna send you to the Rotary Farm. You go to the Rotary Farm. It's really called a LaGrange, aka the Rotary Farm, aka the fish tank. You go there to get processed. And go there. They gonna can't take anything in with you. Nothing. I don't care if you got commissary. I don't care if you got hygiene that hadn't been opened. Shut the sunroof, y'all. The rain is coming down. You can't take anything in. Maybe a bowl, a cup, some stamped envelopes, and some pictures. That's all that you can take in. You're gonna sit at that Rotary Farm for blame it on the rain. Right. Blame it on the rain. Yeah, yeah. So when you get to that Rotary, you just in there, man. Till your money comes, till your money hits. Energy pack. It's like EBT, right? Facts. You might be at the Rotary Farm depending on where you're going. If you're going to a higher level prison, you might be there 4 or 5 months. If you're going to a little camp or something, where I a lot of times ended up going to 60 days, 50 days, you go. But the fact that you don't have anything when you first get there and you see everybody else eating and going to the store, commissary, you used to only be able to go to commissary once a week. Now you go, well, there I think it still is once a week. And it was a dude named Sippy, man, Mississippi. He's from Mississippi, they called him Sippy. He was in the Ville just as well. He lived in the Ville. He's from Mississippi. I'm sitting there, man, I was starving one night. I had a couple dudes that I knew. One of them I really, really knew that was in our dorm, in our pod. 100 people in the pod. There's a few dudes from Lexington, man. Now, this is not indicative of people from Lexington. I'm just giving you all my personal experience because I've had times to where I've ran into people from Lexington and you know, here you go, man, I'm straight. In this particular instance, it was a dude and we had been at a facility together prior to being sent to the Rotary Farm. We were at low-level facilities. I got a write-up. They sent me to the Rotary Farm. He didn't get a write-up. Something was wrong with his mouth, like he had to have surgery or something. So the jail that he was at, they didn't want to pay for it, so they sent him to the Rotary Farm and allowed them to pay for it, whatever prison that he got sent to. And when I tell you, man, I used to bless this dude. He want to get into poker games at the jail, whatever. I loaned him money and never charged him interest back because we could have money at this facility. Anything he needed, I blessed him. Just give me my money back. You borrow 15 from me, give me 15 back. Never charged him anything. Anybody else, like you wasn't from my city or whatever, you borrow 15, I need 22 back. That ain't really taxing nobody. 21 back, rather. Not even 22. Give me 21 back. get to the Rotary Farm, I see him. He's one of the first people I see. I'm sitting there with nothing. He got a big bag of commissary. Big bag. They eating big. Man didn't offer me a noodle. Didn't offer me nothing. I'm talking about nothing. All the times I done loaned him money and blessed him, he didn't offer me nothing. I ain't asking him either. I asked him for something one time. Say, bro, you got a stamp I can get? Stamped envelope? Yeah, I got you. A couple hours went past. Matter of fact, the whole day goes past. Hey, bro, you still gonna let me get that stamp envelope? Yeah, I got you. A couple hours goes past, and he finally brings it to me. Dude from my own city didn't offer me nothing. But yeah, you got Sippy over here that don't know me. Hey, bro, here, man, take this. He give me like a little curd pack, 5 or 6 noodles. You know what I'm saying? A couple bags of chips, a peanut butter cracker, something to hold you over. And it's crazy how it works like that. But that's just how it works. Beautiful sound of the rain. Y'all can hear the rain? That's a ninja. Absolutely. Absolutely. Man, my money started hitting. My bag came in, and I got a big bag. You see me on the commissary because you ordered it from a kiosk. It's like, man, you ordering all that? Yeah. What you thought it was, man? What you thought it was? You ain't never asked me for nothing. But what's so crazy about me, had he have asked me for something, I probably would have gave it to him. I ain't tripping, man. You know what I mean? I'm not tripping over stuff like that. I don't want to stoop to an individual's level. I done had plenty of bread in my lifetime. I think I carried $2, $3 worth of commissary. I don't. But maybe that's my problem. Maybe I'm too carefree. Maybe I'm too nonchalant when it comes to money. I don't know. Prison's a dirty game. Highly advise anybody, everybody, to stay out of there. Somebody asked me something, man. Let's talk about something. Somebody asked me something. This is a Q&A just as well. Absolutely, Keith. I treat them better than what they treated me, because guess what? At the end of the day, they gonna feel guilty. Like, dang. I remember this dude. They remember you. You keep it pushing, keep it moving, man. I ain't got no time to keep scoring life. Who has time to keep scoring life? How can you ever move on? How much are my shirts? Well, the reason that I had to take my face off my shirts because I was gonna have to charge like $40 a shirt, and that's I barely would have made anything off of it. Those are high-end shirts with color and the style of shirts. So that's why I had to end up taking my face off of the shirts. I don't know how much they are right now. I'm gonna get back on it tomorrow. Like I said, last week or so I've been busy with doing what I was doing with, you know, the engagement. But I'm like, I'm not gonna charge no $40 for a shirt. Now I'll pay $40 for a t-shirt. I will, but everybody won't. So I'm like, nah, I want to be able to give people a deal and So I'll be back on it tomorrow. Took a few colors out. Took 3 colors out. Because a lot of the shirts ended up having 6 colors in them. I took 3 colors out and took my face off. So the amount that I have to pay for the shirts will significantly go down. So I'll get back with the shirts. Shades, the love shades, I'm working on them. I know I need to still go get a P.O. box so y'all can send me the love shades bill. Has, you know, sending me the love shades or whatever. So I'm gonna get back on it. I'm definitely gonna get back on it. I make no excuses. Just letting it be known what I've been dealing with. Sometimes people think when they don't see you make a video for 4 or 5 days, see kids, you're not being consistent. I'm probably one of the most consistent dudes on here. I don't know too many people that make more videos. See, so if you take like a Jay Williams, right? That's my dog. I need to call Jay or text him. He's a busy person too. So it's not like I can just get on the phone with him. But he always responds back. It's been a while. But I'm not to his level. See, Jay can drop a video once a week, once every 8-9 days. Because the amount of views and support that he has, not to say that I don't have any support, because I definitely do. But his channel is just way, like I got a little under 15,000 subscribers. I don't know what he has now, but last time that if he's not at 400,000, he's close to it. So his channel is 30 times larger, a lot of times bigger than mine, 30 times larger than my channel. He don't have to drop videos every day. He's already gone through that gauntlet, that stage. Me, I have to incorporate other things. That's why I dropped the video earlier about Lil Boosie, Vlad TV. Because there's only so many true penitentiary stories that one can tell. That's just the truth. That is the truth of the matter. There's only so many true penitentiary stories that an individual can tell. I don't care how many years you did. And so some days you don't have a story to tell. Sometimes things just come to you. Or sometimes you have to take it and say, okay, you look at other situations, other stories, you know, that have gone on or that are going on, and you do a reaction video. But as far as telling all these stories every day, like, some people just outright it's entertainment. I don't even want to say it's lying at this point. It is a lie, but it's entertainment just as well. I don't care if you've done 35 years in the pen. There is no way you're going to have a YouTube channel and you tell a new story every single day. 2-3 times a day sometimes. But even if it's just once a day, 5 times a week, it's not that many stories to tell. Now, I don't know, kids, if you've done 35 years, there's not that many stories to tell. Yeah, you may be able to get away with it initially. But when you've had your channel 5, 6, 7 years and you still doing it, it's not that many stories to tell. But I don't think people are really concerned about the truth. I just think people want to be entertained. Maybe that's my problem. I want to tell the real. I want to tell the truth. You don't see everything that goes on in prison. You don't know everything that goes on in prison. Prison is I don't know. Things do happen definitely in prison. But I look at a person like Fleece Johnson. He don't even have that, like, he's running out of stuff. They're having to not recreate, but they're having to do different things on their channel, do more reaction videos and things of that nature. And this man did 40 years flat. He seen the worst of the worst. And they don't even record videos every day. They usually, let me see, Big Lee, that's his manager, maybe once a week, maybe. Ain't no way these dudes is telling all these stories. And I'm not hating on nobody because, like I said, it's entertainment. And perhaps I need to go that route. But I don't really like making up stuff because I have to walk these streets. Like I see people that I'm been locked up with. So give me a second. One more time, man. I promise you. It's raining, but guess what? You gotta go. You gotta go, man. Y'all, hey, James, keep the chat entertained for like, I don't know, 30 seconds. I gotta go. I'm going in. I'm going in. I'm going in. And I'm gonna go hard. I'm going in the rain, but I gotta go. Sorry about that, but you know, you got to go. You got to go. But I'm gonna tell you all. What happens oftentimes with YouTube. James said, "Make it quick." I'm gonna tell you all what happens with put my sanitizer on. YouTube success. So you got guys that they channels really prevail in the beginning, right? YouTube is a business. Never get it misconstrued. YouTube is a business. And once you start making money on YouTube, the money can be plentiful. I make money on YouTube, but I never really got to it depends on what you call real money. I never made no $5,000 or $6,000 a month on YouTube. Never. So you got dudes that jump on here and they're making all of this money. 6, 7 months, 10 months, a year. Making $7,000, $8,000 a month, $10,000 a month. So you tell yourself, and I'm guilty of it too. Man, I can make this on YouTube. What do I need to work for? And so you're making this money, and you instead of saving the money so that you can invest it, save, stack, keep your job, invest. Once you have, a set amount or whatever, you start to live this lifestyle. So I make 10 G's a month. And it's tax free. Yeah, you pay taxes at the end of the year, but you're not thinking about taxes at that time. I'm giving you all the real. And I'm bringing in 8,000, 10,000, 12,000 every month. People that are doing that typically, come on, kids, man. You tell the motherfucking business, nigga. Man, it is what it is, man. There is a message. You get to that point to where you're making about 10 G's a month. Now, it varies. But I would guess that you need to make 10,000 a month on YouTube. I would guesstimate from what I earn and what I I would guess that you need at least 100,000 subscribers. I've I've seen people that have less than 100,000 subscribers, but they get way more views. So you may have 60,000 subscribers, but you getting a whole lot of views. So you probably make that. But to get to that $10,000 a month mark, I would say that you need 100,000 subscribers, minimum, in most cases. You get your YouTube plaque. That's the plaque that they give you when you reach 100,000. It's a silver plaque. Once you get to 1 million, they give you a gold plaque. And you making this money. Just imagine, every month on a certain date, it's 10,000, 11,000, 12,000 is deposited into your account, tax free. But you do pay taxes again at the end of the year. But you can write so many things off, and there's ways around it. Not really around it, because you're going to pay taxes. In my case, my taxes weren't that high because I don't make nowhere near the amount that I'm speaking of. And plus, I have a job in which I get tips. Tips are no longer being taxed. So the money that I would have paid in taxes kind of offset the money that I owed for my YouTube channel. If that makes any sense to anybody. So I didn't end up owing for last year. And you get used to this lifestyle that you have. But the problem is, when you do that, you have to continue to make that sort of money. Now, if you have 100,000 subscribers, sorry, y'all, the fiance is, she texting. I got to respond back, man. This is my boo, my fiance. But if you have 100,000 subscribers, then you're gonna make money. May not necessarily be 10 every month, because it depends on how much you upload. But it puts you like in a box. Like, I got to do this. It's like an artist, man. I got to have a hit record. I would recommend that anybody that gets a YouTube channel and they start making, keep your job, take that money that you're making and put it up. Set it to the side. Don't make that a part of your lifestyle. Once you get a certain amount that you have come up with a plan, take that money in and invest it. Invest it into something. Because you're not always guaranteed to make this money. YouTube will demonetize you like that. Get a couple strikes on your channel, people complain or whatever, you can potentially get demonetized like that. And I've seen it. One dude I was just watching, he freaking out, man. They demonetized my channel. I'm used to making $5,800 a month, $6,000 a month. I've been demonetized. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I got rent, I got my car payment, yeah, I got a job, I'm a security officer or whatever, but I don't make that much. You get demonetized. And then what do? How you gonna pay your rent? How you gonna pay your mortgage? How you gonna pay? So that's why a lot of times I try to not curse as much. Which I don't think I curse a lot, but because anything can get you demonetized. So in 10 G's and 5 G's, in this particular case, dude making $5,800 a month, he ain't making it now. Now, he's going to get his channel back. He didn't lose his channel, but he'll get his monetization back. I want to say June 1st is what he said. But 90 days is a long time to go when you used to making $5,800 a month. Live like nobody else today to live like nobody else tomorrow. No, that's not my quote. Dave Ramsey, if you're familiar with him, he says that. If I ever get to the point to where I'm making that type of money, but you can do it now. You're making $2,500, $3,000 a month, man. Take that money and set it to the side and just keep living off of your money from your job. You look up after a year and you got 30, 35,000, 25,000 saved up. Now you can, okay, you want to invest in stocks, bonds, CDs, whatever, really, like, not necessarily real estate, but you'll have a little money to, you know what I mean? Don't get stressed out. Don't cause yourself stress. You used to making $15,000 a month, so your rent's $4,000 a month. Car payments, insurance, groceries. What are you gonna do that month to where at 15 that you used to making and you make 8? Now what? Now what? Happens like that sometimes. Again, probably not as much if you got 100,000 subscribers. But it takes a while to get there. Man, I've been at this for almost 3 years. I've been YouTubing, what are we in, April? Man, I've been YouTubing, I think it'll be 3 years next month. And I'm not even at 15,000 subscribers. I'm thankful for what I have. Very, very thankful for what I have. There's no way a year ago, you could have told me that I wouldn't be at 30,000 at least. But you know, life is like a crime, you know, like a robbery. I know it's not a good analogy, it's not a good example, but robberies rarely go as planned. Life rarely goes as planned. They say you want to make God smile, tell them your plans. I know eventually I'll get there. I'm not complaining, I'm not crying, I'm not none of that. My time will come when it's my time to come. Maybe it's not my time to have 50 or 60,000 subscribers. I don't know. But whatever is in store for me is what's in store for me. And if it stays like this where I'm at, I'm cool with that. Because guess what? The people that really, really rock with me, it's genuine. I know it's genuine. I talk to people on the phone. People text me. I text them back. I can't do it every day. I can't, you know, I probably could do better, but I'm saying I'm not even, it don't stress me. I'm thankful for what I do have. Very, very thankful for what I do have. Oftentimes we get caught up talking about or consumed with what we don't have. I make money telling people about my personal experiences on YouTube. I don't care if it's just $1,000 for that month I made, $800, $1,200. I make money, but that's not what I do it for. When you first start on YouTube, you don't make any money. It takes a while to get monetized. There's a business to this. I appreciate everybody that rocks with me, that will continue to rock with me. And I'm going to keep trying different things. Kens, well, I don't like when you do part 1s and part 2s. Well, guess what? That gets me more views. If I do one video, and it's a 15-minute video, I might get 1,100-1,200 views. Now, the thing about YouTube is your content can take off at any given time. So just because you only get 1,100-1,200 views within the first 2, 3, 4 days, your video can take off at any given time. But why would I continue to do a 50-minute video, an hour video, when I can break it into 2 parts? The first part gets 1,500 views. The second part gets 1,300 views. You see what I'm saying? I want to entertain, but I'm going to treat it as a business just as well because I pay taxes on this. So I have to. I have to. Oh, my dog. My dog, TB number 6. What's good, bro? I was just about to close it out, but you catch the, you know, the upload or whatever. I knew you was probably fishing or busy with the, you know, something. But yeah, you know, I have to make money on here just as well. I don't have to, but being that I'm in a situation where I have to pay, you know, file my taxes and things like that, like have to do things a certain way that's going to make sense for me. I know people don't like the part 1s and part 2s. I know it. But if I can get 3,000 views opposed to 1,100 to 1,200 views off of the same story, why wouldn't I do that? Come on, kids, man. That's why your channel ain't growing. My channel's growing. May not be growing as quickly as I want it to grow, but my channel's growing every day. Every day I get 3, 4, 5, 6 subscribers. My channel's growing. You know what I mean? We just got in and said, okay, that's what's up, man. Channel's growing. And eventually it get to the point to where it'll grow faster. But until then, you know, we're here for the ride. RealkenzTV, man. RealkenzTV, man. I'm happy. I don't have no complaints. I have 0 complaints. Complaining, what's it gonna do? At the end of the day, complaining about something, what's it gonna do? I do want to tell y'all this. And I should have gotten her name, so I guess you all would have to trust my judgment. But even if you have her name, I'm going to my Facebook page right now. But there's a young lady, and she's actually in Louisville, Kentucky. She's in Louisville, Kentucky, and she lost everything. When I say everything, I mean, there was a house fire. Her and her kids, fortunately, weren't in the house at the time, to my recollection, but I know that they weren't hurt or injured or anything of the sorts. I don't know this lady from Adams. Don't know her at all. I'm gonna start promoting this on my regular videos as well, because my lives don't get nearly the amount of streams and views as my upload, my regular videos. She needs about $2,000 to get her and her kids a new place, a deposit, and things that they need. They don't have nothing. And I think that is so sad, because when I read the comments, I understand that everybody can't help out financially. I understand, but just some of the things that I've seen people say, when your kid's father ain't doing this, have you been to such and such agency? Have you been to... I hate when people do that, because you think she hasn't been calling around to every single so-called non-profit organizations that will help you, supposedly help you, but you need $2,000, $2,500 for a deposit. So evidently, people are not really helping like that. Again, I don't know this lady. I got some money. I'm gonna send her out of my pocket. If anybody feels compelled, my Cash App is $KENZ Zebra 1000. KENZ 1000. Cash App. I do also have Venmo. My phone number is 859-697-7676. If you need my Venmo information, I have Cash App. 859-697-7676. I don't want to judge this lady. I don't want to... Well, dang, you didn't have renter's insurance. You didn't have... What's done is done. What's done is done. I want to help this lady. Gonna help her regardless. And hopefully, if anybody feels compelled to help her, go through me. I'll make sure that she gets every dime. Every dime. Because that could be any one of us. Your house burns down or whatever, and you don't have insurance, and now you just with nothing. And you got 3 kids, man. Not trying to shame anybody, nothing like that. You got it, you got it. If you don't, cool. You know what I'm saying? $KENZ1000. $KENZ zebra 1000. She's in Louisville, Kentucky. Never met this lady a day in my life. She's just on my Facebook. She's my friend on Facebook, but I don't know her. And I like to be able to send her something, which I am going to send her something, but the more, the merrier. And we can hopefully help her get reestablished. And I'm going to start to leave this message on my regular videos just as well, because I know I get way more views opposed to my lives. Realkens TV. Hopefully y'all like the video. Feel free to comment, definitely share. I didn't get the notification. Your channel, you need to congrats on the engagement. Okay, thank you. Thank you. My dog, TB number 6. Congratulations on the engagement. He didn't get the notification. Y'all hit that little bell or whatever, and you know, hopefully that'll people will know that I went live. But again, people will see the upload. It takes a little bit, but you'll see the upload if you didn't get to catch the live. Thank you all that joined me, rock with me, the commented, the moderators. Ms. April, I'm gonna look out for you real soon. And James, I'm gonna look out for both of y'all, because I appreciate what y'all do for me or whatever. And keep this thing going, man. But I really want to get this lady some help. I'm gonna send her a few hundred out of my pocket, and the more the merrier, man. $KENZ1000. That's my cash out, man. I holler at y'all respectfully.